for the security forces that how they will storm through these forests so that...
Getting in some breaking news right now. Rioter Umar Khalid, along with Sharjeel Imam, they've been fighting for bail for the last few weeks and months. The Delhi court has granted an interim bail to Umar Khalid from 16th December to 29th December. That's about 14 days. 14-day period. It's a 14-day interim bail. I repeat, 14-day interim bail for Umar Khalid. It is for his sister's wedding. He can attend his sister's wedding and then he will have to go back. He will have to surrender himself again. So it's a quick news alert. We'll go across to Rhythm. We'll just add that 14-day interim bail for Umar Khalid being tried in the Delhi riots 2020 case. 2020 Delhi riots, one of the instigators, the chief instigators, one of the rioters, along with Sharjeel Imam, who organized the entire riots in which 53 people died. Rhythm is joining me live. Rhythm, 14-day interim bail. It's just a 14-day window. Rhythm?
All right. Even as the Delhi Supreme Court has reserved judgment, Niranjan, on the Umar Khalid bail plea, the Delhi court has granted an interim bail to Umar Khalid, and this is because he has to attend his sister's wedding from 16th to 29th. Remember, this is only for 15 days to attend his sister's wedding. But we are waiting for that main bail, the regular bail that has been asked for in the Supreme Court, and that's a very crucial hearing, like we've been saying. Within the next 7 days, the top court of the country is going to come out with an order in the bails that have been asked for by Umar Khalid, Sharjeel Imam and others. The regime change operation is the main case that the Delhi police and the government has against them. We have to see what happens in that. This is a 15-day bail that has been granted to attend his sister's wedding, and this is on particular grounds in which bail has to be granted, on the basis of which this has been granted now. So Umar Khalid had asked for his sister's wedding. That's on 27 December. The Delhi police had told earlier, remember, the Supreme Court and others, that this case may finish soon, and that's when now this bail has been granted by the court.
15 days. Okay, 15-day interim bail. Rhythm, it's important to tell people, remind people about who Umar Khalid is, who Sharjeel Imam is, and how these two people organized the riots, resulting in the deaths, murders, not deaths, murders of 53 people in Delhi.
Don't think you're absolutely right. People also need to understand, when the Washington Times and the New York Times talk with sympathy about these people, they are terrorists under the UAPA Act. They wanted a regime change operation not only in Delhi but pan-India. This is what the Delhi police said. I do believe, after the evidence that we have seen over the past few years, this case should have been handed over to the NIA. This time the Delhi police had made no stones unturned in the top court of the country to say they had international support. They also, the speeches of Sharjeel Imam, Niranjan, that you and I have seen, the 8 minutes that have been shown to the Supreme Court, it's very clear. They looked at anything they could to use it as a catalyzing effect to ensure that people of the minority community could be galvanized only for their dangerous agenda to break India. They were not successful. The same modus operandi was followed in Dhaka and in Nepal. They were successful there. So very, very dangerous terrorists who have been in prison for the past 5 years. He's been granted bail, but we have to see what happens within the next 7 days in the top court of the country and whether they're granted bail there. I do believe that this is a bench that has heard each side, and after having seen the evidence, these terrorists will continue to be in jail.
Yes. Rhythm, if I can just keep you on that story, because it's critical to get, because nobody knows this case better than you. If you can tell our viewers a little bit about, how these two, especially Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, not just the faces, but how their legal teams, they have the high-profile legal teams, high-profile lawyers, and they've been trying really hard to get out of jail at any cost. They've been fighting for bail. So a little bit about the arguments they've been trying to make in court.
Well, absolutely. The main arguments that have been made is that this is an act that you can't attribute to them because they have not openly said anything that can be seen to be violent. That is what the lawyers for Sharjeel Imam, Umar Khalid and others have said in the court. We've seen several people speak up in the court for these people. The top lawyers of the country have been representing them. But what is very clear also to understand is that the Delhi police opposes the bail, and they've filed this big affidavit in the top court of the country where they say there was a deep-rooted, premeditated, orchestrated conspiracy. It was at a time coinciding with the visit of the U.S. President Donald Trump to India. They spoke about the CAA, but beyond doubt, they said the conspiracy was only to have a regime change operation in India. It was only chosen. The CAA was a radicalizing catalyst. They had said the conspiracy led to the death, like you said, of 53 people, and there were 753 FIRs registered. It was a pan-India conspiracy. The affidavits have been filed in response to the Supreme Court listening to the bail pleas for the longest time of Sharjeel Imam, Umar Khalid, Gulfisha Fatima, Miran Haider, Shifa ur Rahman. They challenged the Delhi High Court's order that denied them bail. And the police has maintained, SV Raju, the ASG has maintained the conspiracy was hatched, nurtured, executed by these people. They were striking at the very heart of India.
Okay.
They wanted a regime change.
Thank you, Rhythm. Thank you for joining us with those details. We'll leave it at that. It's a 14 to 15 day reprieve, 15 days. That's it for his sister's wedding. So he will be out for exactly 15 days and he'll have to go back in. He'll have to go back in and surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last